Today my guest is Jennifer Marsman. How are you, Jennifer?
Hi, Dave. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for coming. We were talking about Imagine Cup.
Yes.
What is that?
Imagine Cup is a student competition. So any genre of student is fine. It's occasionally done by high schoolers, but primarily university students. And it is a competition much like the Olympics in that there are several sub-competitions within it. So the big Olympic, the men's hockey and the women's gymnastics
the
big ones in the
Olympics,
Imagine Cup, those would be the software design competition and the game design competition. So there's one specifically around software design and game design, and those tend to be the two really big ones, but there's a lot of other ones around interoperability and embedded and some other smaller ones as well that are part of it. And the point of Imagine Cup is you're supposed to develop something to help change the world. So it's kind of lofty goals like ending world hunger and poverty and AIDS and the spread of HIV.
Ending world hunger through software.
Yes, exactly.
Through game development.
Let me give you some examples of what's been done in the past, because I think that'll make it a little more concrete, because obviously these are university students and stuff, and we know that they have a lot of classwork to do as well. But like one example, the app that won last year was actually a mobile device app. And what it would do is you could use this device, and it was all of the algorithm and everything was on the device, so it wasn't connecting to a service, so that you could use it in a remote area, for example. And what it did is you hold the camera up to someone, and you could take a picture of their eyeball. So I would just take a picture of your eye, and then it would scan that picture and be able to tell from that, I think, 6 different diseases, if someone had 6 different diseases based on a scan of the eye. So things like sickle cell anemia, diabetes could be detected from this picture.
Wow.
Really, really cool work. And I mean, that was done by a student, which is amazing to me. A second place competition was put in by an all-female team. They were called the Mango Bunnies. And they did a mobile type app as well, which was pretty cool. And their app was something that would warn you on your mobile phone if you were going into an unsafe area. So meant to be held by women or anyone who really wanted to.
Statistics.
Yes, exactly. So, and the way they did it, we understand they're students, so not everything had to be perfect. So part of what they did was, they didn't have access to like police data or anything like that. So they kind of wrote, here's what we would do with police data if we had it, and kind of made up some sample data.
Mocked it.
Yes, exactly. It was mocked. And then there was also some mining of like Facebook and Twitter, where if somebody mentioned like, oh my gosh, that shooting was so sad, they would hone in on key items for the status updates that were linked with a location. And then when they found stuff with a location that had certain, I don't even know what the keywords are, but there were some links to bad things happening in that area, that data was used as well.
There's actually a practical application to Foursquare.
Yeah, there you go, exactly. So it's an amazing competition for students, but we also need professionals as well. So when the students go through this competition, kind of the first round is to put forward a business plan, which is a couple answering a bunch of questions on what are you going to do, how are you going to do it, kind of helping them think it through. And then the next round after that is actually coding up a little prototype and such. And then in the finals, they actually have to present it to a team of judges, and those judges, you have to have some kind of presentation skills and be able to speak to these people and explain your ideas and communicate well as well. So these students usually have a faculty advisor, but they're also looking for a whole bunch of industry mentors to work with them. And those mentors could help them get unstuck if they run into a problem, like, I don't know how to do this, like maybe suggest the idea of mocking data, that kind of thing, just to help them get unstuck and keep moving. Or it could be, how do I get started with Windows Azure or something like that, technical questions. Or it could just be like, can I have some coaching on how do I present well? Because I have to, even if you have the best idea in the world, if you can't present it well to that team of judges, it may not get the recognition it deserves. So they're really looking, a lot of these student teams are looking for industry mentors. So we'd love to see some people come out and help these students.
Let's start. Well, first of all, I'll cut to the end. Suppose somebody wants to be a mentor. What do they need to do?
Great question. So you would go to the website www.imaginecup.us, assuming that you live in the US. And then there's a little button called Get Started. You would click on Get Started, and then that's the registration page. They'll take you to the registration page, and you fill out all the information, and then make sure to register as an industry professional, because it's the same registration form that a student would use too. So register as an industry professional rather than a student, and then it'll also ask for a school name. So just give the name of a school that you'd like to work with. So where we live, it might make sense to...
You could use your alma mater,
Exactly.
the University of Michigan.
Go blue.
Or you could use my alma mater, Michigan State University.
Ooh. Too soon.
Is this a Microsoft competition?
Yes, this is a
So
Microsoft
Microsoft is the judges.
Exactly. So it's great for the students because it's a really amazing thing to kind of win this competition, a great differentiator for their resumes and that kind of thing. And just getting that opportunity as, hey, I did this whole side project in this programming competition to help try to change the world.
So are all the technologies that they're using, do they have to be Microsoft technologies?
They have to use at least one Microsoft technology.
Okay.
So you could do something like use Windows Azure, which is a Microsoft technology, but maybe run PHP. Or
okay.
non-Microsoft
iPhone
technology.
Application that connects to Azure, for example.
Yes,
right.
that would count. Just has to have some Microsoft technology in there.
Okay, and then what about students? If they want to get involved, how do they get involved?
Students would also go to that same link, www.imaginecup.us, assuming that you're a student in the U.S. The main site is imaginecup.com, and you would just go ahead and click that Get Started and then register there. And for both the students and the industry professionals, you'll get a follow-up email sent to you with more information on the next steps.
These are teams of students. So you
Yes.
register as a team?
Yes, you can register as a team. It can be up to 4 students can be on a team together.
And what is there one team per university, or is it just as many as you want?
No, there can be as many as you want, and the teams are associated with the university, but they're also associated with the country, much like the Olympics. And so, they have the opportunity to win cash prizes and all of these things as well. And then having that country association, I think, just makes it more Olympics-like.
Right. I understand there's a national finals, and then there's an international finals. Like
Right.
If you win one, then you
Right, there
or
is.
something like that?
Yeah. So there's going to be kind of 2 rounds of the competition in the United States, which roughly correlate to fall and spring semester of college. So there'll be one that is running through December here,
Okay.
and then there'll be kind of another round where you kind of go through this whole process again in the spring. So a student could choose to do it in the fall or the spring, kind of whenever they have the least amount of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finals this year, in the past it's been held in Poland and India and other places, and this year the Imagine Cup finals are actually being held in the United States, actually in New York City. So I believe the U.S. finals are in Seattle, and then I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they're in Seattle, and then the international finals will be held in New York City.